everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today I'm super excited because I get to partake in the 25 days of planner tips that the Pen and Paper Girl Tamra has set up for us, and I'm so excited to be a part of it again this year. I got to do it last year as well, and it's just been so much fun. Thank you so much, Tamra, for just like setting all this up so that way we can get advice from others, give advice. It's just been so much fun to be a part of it, and I can't wait to share with you the advice I have for you today. Thank you so much to the Planner channel, Katie, for introducing me. Her video was yesterday, so if you haven't watched it, make sure to head over there and watch it, and then make sure to stay tuned for tomorrow because Kasha over on Plannerista 101 will be also sharing an awesome tip. So I will make sure to leave all the days that's happening down in the description below, so that way you can just click the link, head over to their channel, watch their video if it's already happened, and if not, that way you can kind of catch up and then be here for the rest of the days. And then make sure to come back on the 26th to the Pen and Paper Girls Tamra's channel because she's going to be having a giveaway, and you guys do not want to miss this. But you guys, you got to go back. If you haven't watched any of the other videos, you have to, because there's been some really awesome advice and just things that, like, you know, some things are going to work for some people, some things are going to work better, you know, here and there. So not everything is going to work for you, but I bet you're going to find something in one of these tips to help you. So this year's topic is planner rut and planner funk, and questions are, do we think that those things are different? Is a planner funk different from a planner rut? And my answer, short and simple, is I feel like they are. I guess that wasn't a short and simple answer. I guess yes or no, you know, I feel like they are. So I think I'm going to say yes. I've been thinking about this ever since Tamra asked us this, and I was like, I went into this full on being like, they're the exact same thing. It's just different terminology. You know, some people are going to say it one way, some people are going to say it the other way. But I'm like, the more I started to think about it, the more I'm like, I feel like they're different. And that's only because, like, I just had to really think about it. I feel like a funk, so I suffer from anxiety and depression, and I don't think it's noticeable most of the time. But a lot of the time my mood dictates how my day is gonna go. You know, my mood dictates, like, you know, if I'm happy or sad or like just grumpy, like I'll be sitting at my desk sometimes like grumpily planning, and that's just sometimes where my brain is at. I don't know. And it's, so when I think of a funk, I think of more based on how my mood is. So sometimes like I'll go into planning and I'm just not in the mood. But it's also one of those things, like, if I don't do it, I'm going to be in a worse mood later because, like, if I don't at least, like, spend some time in a creative moment, I'm not going to be a happy camper later on. Planning for me is a creative outlet, so I do use it a lot. I love decorating my planners. I do use my planners and I do write in them. Sometimes it's after the fact, though, just because my schedule isn't super, like, crazy. I mean, you know, I teach dance, I take the kiddo to school, she has therapy, and then I work from home. Other than that, like, I don't have a lot right now going on. Like, there's some times when there's a lot of things happening all at once where I'm really glad I have my planner, but for the most part, my schedule each week is the exact same. So a lot of planning for me is the decorating side of it. I love to decorate. I need that creative outlet. Growing up as a dancer, you know, that was my outlet, and now that I'm older, my body doesn't move the same way as it used to or as I want it to. I can't use that as my creative outlet as much as I want to because I'll just get down on myself that I can't do the things that I used to do when I was younger. So now, but I've found that playing with stickers is one of the things that just like gives me that like creative spark, that happy joy. But every now and then I'll get in a really bad mood with it, and 90% of the time why I get in a bad mood when it's like time for me to plan and like be creative is because I can't pick out the sticker books that I want to use, or like I haven't like pre-planned far enough, and then I'm sitting there spending like 30 minutes staring at all of my books, and I'm just like, I don't even know where to start. So that's a lot of the time. So that is, and I'll get more into that in a little bit because that goes along with my tip. But that's what I'm thinking. Planner funk is more based on like your mood and yourself, not necessarily like the planner, but I do think Planner Rut could deal more with the planner itself if you're not liking the type of planner you use. There's so many different other kinds of planners, not just like I stick with Happy Planner just because I know that's what works for me. I love being able to take out my pages. I love being able to swap out things. If I want to change layouts, it's easy and I can still have it all in the same place. So I do like that aspect of it, but maybe that doesn't work for you. Maybe you don't like the layout that you're using. I know I've switched layouts a few times, not in my classic catch-all because I'm like die-hard vertical forever and always. It's what I've been using for my catch-all and it's my absolute favorite. But I have been trying to use like different planners for, sorry, I have the hiccups. Are we surprised? I have hiccups literally every time I start filming and I don't know why. That also gets me in a planner funk sometimes. But what was I saying? Planners. I've been trying to switch out my planners for social media. Right now I'm using a big dashboard. And I think I'm just discovering I don't like the dashboard layout. I'm not a fan. It's hard for me to use it. It's a struggle. I think I just need to try something else. So I have found something else for 2022 that I'm going to try to switch to. And we're just going to try it out. And I feel like that's more like I've had fun decorating it. But besides that, like, I don't use it. I'm going to be honest. Like, every now and then I'll be like, oh, I need to write in my social media planner. But most of the time I just haven't been using it because it's just not laid out the right way that I want it. It's like either too much space or like the way it's laid out, I don't know. It just hasn't worked for me. So I'm going to switch that one. So I think Planner Rut more is along those lines. The other question that we got asked was, have I experienced and or have like been in any of those? And the answer is yes. Planner funk for me is like a daily thing when I'm trying to decide what sticker books to use. I mean, I'll pan over my collection somewhere, but if there's a lot of stickers and it gets very overwhelming to stare at all of them and be like, I don't even know where to start. And so I experienced that a lot. And again, my mood just really dictates how my day is going to go, which I know is not a good thing. And I actually took the time this year to go to a doctor and get help for it because I know that's not, but before I was just like, oh well, like, oh, I'm in a grumpy mood, great, I'm gonna be grumpy for the rest of the day, and that's just how it's gonna be. But things are getting better, so it's just one of those things. But it is something that still does happen often, more because I'm more frustrated because I have all these gorgeous books, but I don't know which ones to use for like that week. So I have experienced that quite a bit. Planner Rut, like I just explained with my social media planner, that's the one that I'm just like I don't know what to do about you. And I'm really hoping my backup plan works. And then if not, then I'll just try something new. And right now I'm kind of sticking to undated stuff. That way I can put it aside. Maybe I'll want to use my dashboard layout later on in life. I don't know. I don't think I've ever liked the dashboard layout, so I probably won't go back to that one. But I'm hoping the next one that I'm planning to go to will be a little bit better. So my tip for you is to get out of those, mainly the planner funk side of it. So something I discovered has helped me recently was to make it more of a game and make it more fun. I don't know about you, but I'm an extremely indecisive person. When my husband asks me what I want for dinner, my answer is usually, I don't care, or I don't know, but then he'll like start naming off stuff and I'm like, no, but I'm super, super indecisive, and I think that's starting to carry over into like my picking of sticker books. So I decided to start making a game out of it and let something else do that for me. So I actually use a number generator, which you're probably like, how do you use a number generator? Because the books don't have numbers. Well, mine do. I went through and I've had it on my website for a while, and an updated version will be on my website beginning of January as well, with all the new sticker books that we just got with winter release. But I have gone through and I have a list of all the sticker books, which is right here, right there, and I have a list of all these sticker books, and they're numbered, and I have my books in the order of those numbers. It just makes it a lot easier for me to put my books away and clean up. Usually at the end of the week, I try to clean up every day, but sometimes that doesn't happen, especially if I haven't taken pictures yet. So But having this list has helped me so much. So basically what I do is I take a number generator, I have it pick 2 numbers for me, and then I grab those books and I plan with them. And they could be complete opposite books, like not go together at all, or they could go together really well in a combo that I never thought of. And then sometimes I'll pull in some of like the smaller shop books, some like, you know, Etsy stickers, or like some smaller shops, their sticker books. I'll pull theirs in just to kind of like pull it all together. And that's a lot easier to pick from those books than it is to pick from over 300 books. So that has helped me a ton. It's just to make it more of a game and not take it so seriously. Like, it's just stickers and paper, y'all. Like, it's not that deep. It really isn't that deep. It's stickers and paper. Yes, like for me, I know I won't use it. If I don't like the way it looks, I will not use it. But I also know it's hard for me to be creative and get creative if I'm doing the same thing over and over again and using the books that I want to use over and over again all the time. And I found it's helped me, one, you know, combine books that I haven't used before, and 2, just be more creative in that instance. And it's just been more fun to put 2 and 2 books. So we're going to go over to my desk really quick, and I'm going to show you, we're going to pick numbers together, and then I'm going to do like a sped up. I'm not going to talk during it, but it's just going to be a really quick sped up plan with me, so that way you can see the numbers being picked, the books pulled out, all that good stuff, and then you guys can see what the spread turns out to be. But I'm just really, really excited to show you guys. So let's head over to my desk real quick and do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use this random number generator. I just typed that into Google. We're going to go up here, and we want this to show us 2 different numbers. And then we're going to put 342 because that's what my list is currently updated to. I haven't added any of the new books yet. So we're just going to go up to 342 and we'll just use those ones. Then we're going to scroll down here to generate random numbers. All right, so there's our numbers, 64 and 117. So let's see what books those are. So I have my handy dandy list. So number 64 is Supermom Mini. Okie dokie. And then the other one is Womankind. I feel like those two kind of go together. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. 117 is Womankind. And then we have Supermom Mini. So let me grab those. And I actually feel like we can make these 2 work. Like, one's a little bit brighter, but they both have to deal with like women. So I think it'll be fine. I think I am going to pull one more book, maybe something that has like some florals that have the same vibe. So I'm going to pull that out, and then we'll just do a really quick, it's just going to be a sped up video, but that way you can just see how these 2 come together. This one is a mini book, so it's definitely going to be interesting. And then this one's classic, and we're doing it in a classic size spread. But let's just go ahead and get started. There we go. So fun. Oh my gosh, I love it. I pulled, this was actually the first book I found that was just like on my shelf in front, and I'm glad it had those florals in it that I feel like have a lot of the same colors. But how fun was that? I think doing this is fun. It challenges you to use stickers that you might not be reaching for very often. Like, I know I haven't touched Supermom in a very long time. I haven't touched Womankind in a very long time. But it just, like, lately, that's just something I need, is just a little kick to use sticker books that I haven't touched because, you know, they keep coming out. We keep getting new and new and new sticker books. And then so I want to use the new sticker books all the time, but then sometimes it's like I don't always want to just use the newest sticker books. It's nice to shop my stash and use what I already have, and this is a really fun way to do it rather than sitting there and trying to decide, you know, what books I'm actually going to use. I'm just making it more of like a game and letting like a generator just pick them for you, I think is a lot more fun. Yes, you can get like some crazy, really crazy, but even if that just means, you know, just using different aspects to make it work, like maybe you don't use everything, I think it just makes it a lot of fun. All right, you guys, and there you go. There's our spread. 2 books that I feel like they went together pretty well. Womankind and Supermom Mini. The mini kind of threw me for a little bit of a curve, but there you go. I just think it's fun, and for me, sometimes you just have to be reminded why you started planning in the first place. And I know for me, I needed a creative outlet, but I also want it to be fun. I don't want it to be a stressful time trying to pick out sticker books. That just makes it even harder. So why do that to yourself? So sometimes, and I don't do it every time. I mean, you know, Christmas is coming up, so I already know I'm going to be looking in the Christmas sticker books to do my Christmas spread. And then New Year's, I'm going to be looking for those things. So it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes I'm like, already know what I'm going to use. But on some of those weeks where I want to do something different and not do the same sticker books that I've been using all the time, you know, it's fun to just like step out of my box and let a generator pick for me because I'm so indecisive. And I have spent hours of just like sitting and staring at my book and getting really frustrated. And if you don't want to do a generator, you could always have somebody, if you have somebody else in your house. There has been times I've asked my husband, like, go to my shelf and pick out a couple sticker books, and then that's what I'm going to plan with because I just like can't decide. So that's just something that has helped me. I hope it's a fun tip just to try, just to get your creative juices flowing. How could you combine certain books? How could you do certain things? You know, I think it just might help you unlock different creativity and challenge you. If sometimes, like, I know I'm getting to the point where I kind of need a challenge when it comes to planning, and just like being creative with like stickers and stuff. So it's definitely been fun for me to try. So that is my tip. I so hope that's helpful to you guys. Again, make sure to stay tuned for tomorrow to watch Plannerista's video on her tips for you guys, and then come back on the 26th to the Pen and Paper Girls channel for the giveaway. Again, I will leave all of the links to everybody that's doing a video during these 25 days down in the description below. Today was day 18. Did I say that at the beginning? It's the 18th. I'm day 18. Woo woo. But I think that is it. I think that's it. Make sure to go check out the tips, you guys, because it's going to help so much if you're like stressed out about anything planner-wise, and hopefully that'll help you pick the planners that are right for you, how to use your planners. Ultimately, they're your planners, so you do what works best for you. But anyway, you guys, I so hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!